Hello, my name is Tina Toedt, and I am your host today of Retire Purposefully. As you know, I've written a book recently called The Art of Retirement, Opening the Next Door. This gift book is a Christian gift book, and it's for people who have retired, people who are struggling in retirement, people who are checking out retirement. It is also for adult children of retirees and baby birds who are looking to retire and repurpose their lives. So, Retire Purposefully is an outcome of that book. I thought it would be fun to interview different people who have recently retired and just find out a little bit from them about how it's going. Now, today I have Chris Toedt, who happens to be my husband of 44 years. I not only chose him because he's my husband, I also chose him because he has so much integrity and he has planned well for his retirement, not only financially, but he's planned years in advance on what he would like to do in retirement. And it's really awesome to see how the Lord has used that vision today in his life. So, Chris, welcome to Retire Purposefully.
Oh, thanks, Tina.
I am so excited to have you as my first guest today. And a few of the questions that I'm going to answer, just off the cuff, tell me what you think, okay? The first thing is, I'm wondering, well, I know, but I want you to tell the audience, what was your career?
Well, my career was in the construction industry, construction equipment manufacturing specifically. I was in the marketing and the sales end, and we put our equipment, custom designed and engineered equipment for large projects like airport runways, bridges, roads, skyscrapers, anything that had concrete, we manufactured the concrete.
Wow. So that sounds like a very niche market. Did you realize you were going to be doing that when you went to college?
I had no idea.
No idea.
Yeah.
And so what did you go to college for?
So I ended up with kind of a dual degree of uh, business administration and marketing, and with heavy emphasis in biology, zoology, and botany classes because I thought I'd be into the environmental sciences, but I ended up going into more of a business atmosphere.
So it's neat to see how the Lord used your gifts. You have the gift of administration and leadership and business, right? And you also have the gift of um, environmental gifts like science. Science is something I could never, ever do. So I like that combination ended up launching your career in the cement business. So that's really cool. And if you didn't ever go into that, say if you know what you knew now about your career or about life in general, what do you think you would like to do?
Well, I really enjoyed what I did. Um, but if I wasn't in that specific niche, then I would have really probably liked to have been like a city planner or what I really love to do as a hobby is cooking. So I probably would have done something in that, might have done something in that sector
Yes.
as far as being a chef.
Yes, I agree. And so that's using your creativity, that cooking, that you are so creative. And also you're very like analytical. So I could see that like when we go places, you're like, now that person should have put this there and this there. And you have a vision for what a city, how it could work better. That's your engineering mind, your analytical mind. Love that. So in your career, what are some things that you just didn't like?
There's a heavy amount of traveling. I did enjoy some of the traveling. It could be very stressful because we're on high demand projects and had meet deadlines, and oftentimes had issues with the equipment or personnel, and that was frustrating. But generally speaking, we were always able to resolve the issues and get the job done.
It's just hard because you don't like to let people down. They trusted you to buy your product, and then when there's issues, it's never good.
Yeah, we don't
Yeah.
like to slow down a project. There's
Right.
a lot of money invested in it,
Of
and
course.
we were very good at making it right.
Right.
And but those short periods of time when there was frustration, that was never easy.
So having done all of that and everything like that, what was your favorite part about your job?
I mean, I love the ability to be able to look back and look at some very large projects that I was involved in, and some of them is like the Chesapeake Tunnel and Annapolis, outside Baltimore. I was involved in many international airport runways, terminals. Um, Built a lot of important roads and bridges and buildings. Probably one of the most unique experiences was doing the two Moscow international airports, supplying equipment at port, all of that, along with the new runways, and being able to visit that job site with my Russian friends back then, and that went smoothly, and it's someplace that the Russian people are very proud of. I know.
So it became a very cross-cultural, international type of job for you as well.
So yeah, some international travel, international customers from all different parts of the world. I was involved from South America to Canada to Eastern Europe to even some in the Middle East.
Wow, that is amazing, Chris. That's just such a great profession. I feel like it did so much good for America. And so now I'm wondering, what are your days like today?
A lot less travel, a lot more downtime.
Well, you travel, but for fun.
Yeah, I travel for fun, but not like every other week like I was doing. I definitely have a much more relaxed lifestyle. It's only been a year and a half since I've been retired, so still fairly new. But I love planning for some of the trips that we've been able to go on. Italy last year and coming up Ireland and England.
If you ever need a trip planner, no, I shouldn't say this because he likes to do it for us, but I don't know if he'd like to do it for anybody else. But he is an awesome trip planner. I mean, he is so, like I said, analytical and just thinks through everything and very precise. And I love that about you, Chris. That's wonderful. Have you run across any obstacles along the path here in retirement?
Well, the one thing that you never know when you're like talking to financial planners, one of the things they say is, "How's your health? How long do you expect to live?" I mean, these are unknowns. Some frustration in knowing that even though I'm healthy, I could be a lot healthier, and it does limit me from doing certain things. I have to be a lot more careful with the amount of travel and how much exertion I have. So that was something that is continues to be an obstacle, but decided to just try to overcome that and continue on and see what the Lord brings.
And what verses have you clung through through this?
What specific verses?
Mhm.
Probably the number one thing is when I'm actually suffering through some of my medical concerns. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me is one that I repeat in my own mind.
Right.
There's plenty of other verses that you can refer to, but just trying to keep God in my prayers and to overcome my physical limitations.
Yes, yes. Same with me. And you really didn't even know about this heart issue you have now until you retired, because you were playing pickleball, which was something we took up in your retirement,
Yeah,
right? And then the VTAC happened. So like you said,
Right.
there's no way of knowing. So you really need to prayerfully consider when a good time for your retirement would be. And whatever happens to you, you need to keep going and don't let that hinder you. Just make sure you're being smart with your health as you are, live a healthy lifestyle. And I think it's just wonderful how you keep going and keep your positive attitude. And, you know, your cooking is so excellent. I really enjoyed that in my retirement.
Hmm.
So thank you for joining us. Thank you for being here, Chris. It was such a pleasure
You're
having you.
welcome.
And I look forward to many more episodes. Maybe we can even bring Chris back next year and see how things are going for him then. So thank you and enjoy your afternoon. Goodbye.